Happy Sunday to you all. Custom mics here. Can't miss it. I'm sitting there at the end of the day. I decided to take a late morning today and then lollygag with my Volvo today. Trying to get the Z28 that has been dormant for God knows how long. Yeah, she's sitting there behind me. Let me stroll around. She's sitting right there, and she's nice and warm. She finally got to a point where I'm happy with her today. She starts, runs, she revs without backfiring, all the other happy stuff. I want to thank Hotwire Auto for putting up with my questions for probably 8 years, I think, 10 years maybe, since I bought the harness. And yes, I'll admit, 99.9% of the issues I had with starting this car was because I'm running an old piece of crap motor that came out of my IROC. And we've done a ton of stuff to it. And the main reason that I put that motor in is simply because that's what I had. I drove that Camaro off the street after using it for 5 years or so. And when the Volvo motor failed, I just said I'm not putting a Volvo motor back in it. And so we pushed them both together, and out came the IROC motor. And out came the Volvo, and then we just hacked and sacked and cut stuff out until it actually came in. And I'm going to show you where we're at. Let me switch sides here, if I can get it to shift. There we go. And yes, the shop is a bloody mess. I have had vacuum line issues. I have had water issues. I've had fuel issues. I've had hose issues. And all the things that come with making one of these things run. And today, I think I finally have got her to where I need to be. And yes, this looks ugly and all that stuff, but it's just to make the pump work. At some point later in my life, I will probably fix that, but not now. The goal is just to get her running, so I know I have a running, functioning setup, and that will motivate me to continue on with the chop and many other things that we're monkeying with. And I forgot to put this down too. You see this thing right here? When you work by yourself, you got to come up with ingenious ideas. And and then here, I was trying to figure out how I was going to figure out what size belt I was going to do in the belt drive, since I took a few things out. So I actually hung this end of the belt as I routed it over everything, including the generator, and I hooked that guy into the end of this loop to pull it down and set the tensioner where I wanted it after I had it in place. And with the tension off this rubber ding, I could actually clamp it in the right place, take it down, and have it measured out and get the right one. And I only bought two, and the second one I bought actually worked. And hey, Dwayne. Hey, Goose will fly. Hey, Jim. Jim's asking me to show him the Volvo, and there it is. But I got to do a shout out to everybody that has helped so far. And I know my progress isn't good. I got a lot of other things on my mind and a lot of things that are going on, but I'm at it a little bit here, a little bit there, and there's been a lot of friends that have been helping working on this car. No one named, no one forgotten, and huge help in the last round here for Torgny. And let's hear her for a little bit, because she sounds pretty good right now. Oh, we need a fan too. Everything is temporary. There we go. Now we got fan. But yeah, she is I like that. we had a stoppage in the return line. Let me shut it off here again. We had a stoppage in the return line that led us to have a 70 pounds of fuel pressure. Hey, Army. Hey, Manuel Emerson. Yeah, we ended up with 70 pounds of fuel pressure, and the line that was weakened by the ethanol couldn't handle it, and it blew on the side, and I wasn't watching that, and we had a big old puddle of race gas all the way through here, and it scared the living crap out of me, and so that's why we have that one there. But, you know, those are the things you go through. We had a couple of water leaks. We have one more leak that I got to fix, and that's, you can see it right there. There is a small crack in the return line, and when it's running, she has this tiny drip there. So I'm going to get a new return line run. We were using everything out of the Camaro that we had. That's kind of part of what we do here is we do the best we can with what we got, and then we make it better and better as we go along. It's not always you build a product that you have the money to do or the time to make it like a show car and all that type of stuff. Sometimes you're just going to have some fun with it, and that's what we have been doing. So we've been tinkering with all this, and yeah, I know, like we just faked it with the tranny lines, but she's not going to have any load, and at some point I'll get a tranny cooler and we'll rewrite those out too. And yes, the firewall's going to get sacrificed. I'm probably going to come up to this line right here, and we'll sacrifice some of this air intake and probably portion of this too, so I can get some access. But once that's done, then I can build a frame structure around the motor and then start working towards some level of firewall that not only is strong, but also gives me access to everything I need to have access to. I did put this motor way back. I mean, you can see there's probably 8-10 inches. Oops, let me get down there. About 8 to 10 inches between the radiator and the fan. Well, we're not going to have a fan. We're going to have the, what do you call it? We're just going to have the electric fan. It should be enough. The IROC had electric fans. There's a 4-row radiator built for handling this. I'm not doing any hot rod stuff. I just want it to work. And I mean, this should be plenty enough if in a 64 Volvo, you know, with 195s on it. So, you know, I'm just really excited. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has been helping with this car, because this is yeah, Sam Murphy. There we go. You're part of this. The Murphy family is the one that actually got me hooked up with this wagon a long time ago. And this project's been in my head for years, and she's finally alive, and it's a fantastic feeling, you know. So, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on too. You know, we're working on some Packard taillights for John Scovseth's Buick, and I'm working on the inner structure and stuff on this one. But those are 56, 57 cathedral. I can't even say it, cathedral taillights out of a Packard. And yes, the shop is a mess, because I've been just throwing stuff around and trying to keep everything reasonably clean and not catching fire. So, again, it's just a huge thank you to Torgny for all the work. I mean, he's put on hours putting in the gas tank and running lines and all that stuff. And, you know, I'm thinking we're going to come out here, but I don't know yet. It may actually, I may make another deal sitting in here that is sealed up, but we'll see how it goes. Then we got to make a battery box for over here, kind of halfway hide it inside. But yeah, so, and there will be, actually, I will retain the Volvo lights, but Torgny got me a set, I think it was Torgny, somebody got me a set of the fully red one out of I think it's a 59. And we'll French those in after we continue this chop on the back. So, but yeah, and you know, all the parts from the IROC are sort of hanging around here. I've been dragging some of it out to hang all the stuff on, just to get the belts to work, so that we can actually have the water pump going the right way. So anyway, the Scotto's hanging back east, having fun with Army. So he's not here giving an update on his car, but he's actually been working a lot on He's actually mocked up this side for all the window stuff and the trim, so we can get that to work. You know. Oh, Sam Murphy. Oh, he's saying he's got some chrome center bolt valve covers I can have for that motor. Okay, I'll take him for sure. That's probably the only chrome I'll put on it though, but that'd be awesome. So anyway, I'm just really, really excited. I might have to hear it one more time. Hang on, let me put the fan on. This is addicting. The neighbor's gonna love me, but you know, we're running, and there will be, what do you call it? Lake pipes on this later. That's why I have them set where I have them. So here we go. Yeah, there'll be lake pipes going down the side. Eventually I'll French them into the rocket panel. But for now we're just going to try to put it in like this, you know. We'll just have a pipe for now. I'm just so thrilled that I'm getting goosebumps. I don't care what it looks like. She runs. Anyway, it's been in my mind for almost 40 years. So anyway, love you all. Thank you all. I appreciate everybody's help. It's just been a fantastic weekend for me. So hope you guys had a great weekend. Love you all. Show us your motor starts and other projects in the comments. That'd be great. Love you all. See ya.